All right, so what's happening, everybody? My name is Bobby Borg,
I'm Sydney Alston.
and today we're going to talk about alliances in the music business for music entrepreneurs. And we're going to tackle three different areas. We're going to talk about early alliances, team players, and companies and deals. So we'll go ahead and start off with early alliances. And essentially, the key important element of early alliances is understanding that the people around you in your network that are coming up with you together are very, very powerful, because generally everybody is more worried about building awareness and connections than they are making money. So because you don't have any money in the early stages of your career, you really could benefit from these types of relationships. So Sydney, there's all different types of players in this level. Go ahead and talk about a couple of them real quick.
Yeah, it's the people that you learn to play with, your guitar players, your drummers, your bass players, friends that take pictures, invite them out to hang out with you, take pictures in the back, people who are engineers, producers, and even DJs like that DJ parties, not necessarily on the radio, but they might also become someone that will be very useful in the end.
Absolutely. The thing about this is that you can even think beyond even just, the music related type situations. In the early stages of my career, I had alliances with the guys at like Kinko's, because basically, Kinko's made flyers. So like being buddies with the people at Kinko's was actually like very, very beneficial to us because we get flyers for cheaper. So really there's a whole lot of different people in the early alliances phase. Also people that go to film school, people that go to photography school, people that go to cosmetic school. I mean, all of these people essentially can be part of that early alliance. Would you agree?
I agree. Even just the tastemakers, the people who have great taste that will, they're good, they're fashionables. They might help you in the end with, putting your wardrobe together. People who love music and everybody trusts their taste because they have good taste. Maybe they'll have a playlist in the future that has millions of listeners.
Right. Local college DJ, just literally everybody in the early alliance is extremely important. Let's go ahead and move on to number 2, which is team players, the managers, the agents, the attorneys, etc. These are the people that, I think a lot of times, a lot of people really want to focus on these types of folks, but the problem with this is that typically speaking, these people aren't looking for artists until they're ready. In other words, probably the philosophy here should be, don't necessarily look for them. They'll look for you when you're ready. Of course, there's nothing wrong with networking at events where these folks are going to be hanging out, so you can get to know who the players are, and you can get to know maybe who potential relationships will be in the future. But I don't think that you should be, too eager or focused on them. What are your thoughts about this, being a music manager yourself?
I mean, music managers want to make money. They want to work with bands and artists that are already generating some sort of income to take it to the next level. Agents, they don't want to book a band that's never played a show. They need a band that's already doing well and playing shows. Attorneys, of course, you don't need an attorney until you need one. Like, you have a song that you want to, get pitched somewhere, or if you're doing a deal with a record label or a publishing company, that's when you need those people to step in and help out. And it's going to cost. So you got to be prepared. Right. You got to already have put your band together. You're already playing shows. You're already doing it. You got your pictures done.
Right.
That's when you bring those folks on board.
You got things going on. I remember a great quote about managers. Someone said, "What's 20% of zero?" Zero. All right, let's move on to the third phase, which is companies. The record deals, publishing deals, merch deals. Again, a lot of young musicians are focused on that third stage, before really the first one where they should be thinking. And what I'd like to add about this really is that one of the major problems I've seen are that musicians are so eager to make it that they're willing to throw themselves at any deal that comes across their table. And I have literally seen artists and consulted with artists that have showed me deals where I've been like, don't sign this. You know, you could do better than this. And I know when I walk away from the table, they're going to sign it. And of course they do, because they're eager to get going. And then a year later, they're consulting with me, trying to get me to help them get out of the deal. And I just chuckle at that. So the important thing here is the deals will come, but it's going to be in time, and you don't want to jump at everything, because it's the right deal that's important, not just any deal. What are your thoughts about this, given that you've actually gotten artists into record deals and other types of deals too? Would you agree with this kind of thinking?
I agree. And I also think it's okay to say no. Not all deals are good. I've been offered deals where, I've actually got a deal from someone pretty famous who's an artist, who offered one of my artists a deal for a record label where he would get 100% of pretty much everything. That's not a good deal. That's not the kind of deals that you want. You don't want publishing deals where they're going to take all your publishing, but not do any of the work, where you're going to have to go find placements for your songs as opposed to them finding placements so that they can get paid. So you want to make sure the deals that you get and the people that you work with are people who care about what you're doing as much as you do.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's funny. I always say that in deals, what you need to think about is you need to say, is what I am giving back equal to what I am going to get in return? And if it's not, then perhaps you shouldn't be doing the deal. All right, you guys.
In there too, because there's one more thing. Record labels are like a bank. It's a very expensive loan. So you want to make sure that you're focused and you're ready to take that on.
Right, exactly. All right, you guys. So we've been talking about alliances in the music industry for music entrepreneurs, and you all are entrepreneurs. If you're trying to actually do this, you're trying to build your own business, you're trying to get out there and make deals and survive, you are a music entrepreneur. So these are the types of relationships you can get into: early alliances, team players, and companies. All right, you guys, my name is Bobby Borg.
Sydney Austin.
Be sure to check out the next video. Peace, love, later.
Bobby Borg Consulting.